la France.
Allez, la France.
Allez. On y croit.
On va gagner.
Warning, the pregame show contains flashing lights and images. Varoitus, alkushow sisältää vilkkuvaa valoa ja kuvaa.
There's. Come on, boys. Early and often. Please welcome Team USA. Please welcome Team France.
Referees for this game, France versus Team USA. Christopher Holm of Sweden, Liam Sewell of Great Britain, Brett Mackey of Canada, and Emil Jätinen of Sweden are your linesmen. There's Dave Quinn, the coach for Team USA, and Philippe Bozon in behind the bench for France. Both teams sitting some guys, missing some guys. Not dressed for Team USA. Casey DeSmith is getting the day off. Nick Bonino, a little under the weather, not dressed. Lane Hudson is not dressed. Matt Coronado will move up into that top spot on the top line for France. The good news is Sacha Trey, who has missed a bunch of games, is back in the lineup for them. Nicholas Ritz is still out, and Alexander Texier, who has had a lot of chances, gets a lot of ice time, he is out of the lineup. There's your goaltenders for tonight. Sebastian Ylonen backstop France to an opening game win, and tonight will try and be the goaltender that can stop a 4-game slide for France. And Cal Peterson, 2-0, save percentage of .939 in goal for Team USA. Team USA's save percentage in this World Championship is .955, very impressive. Team USA has been stingy, 5 goals against in the 5 games played. Only Sweden is better. Sweden has allowed 2 goals against in the 5 games that Sweden played. Sweden and Team USA on a bit of a collision course for a first place battle on Tuesday. Let's hope it happens. Taken at the line and sent in by Justin Adamo. Herbix plays this up at center, deflected in by Mazur, as this line of Mazur and Cutter Gauthier and TJ Tynan will start for Team USA. Cutter Gauthier coming off the game against Denmark. He had 9 shots on goal, 5 in the first. He had the game-winning goal on a power play midway through the third. Leads the World Championship with 30 shots on goal. Tyler Toffoli of Canada coming into today was second at 22. Fabre gets to center, poked off his stick, and Grimaldi will bring it back in. Rocco Grimaldi forced to the outside by Fabre. Tight turns, tried to get it back out to the front of the net, cleared to the line, kept in by Perunovic. Alex Tuck wearing the C in the absence of Nick Bonino will play it back down low. And with Alex Tuck wearing the C, it'll be Connor Garland wearing an A. To the front of the net, short side try. Ylonen is down, and he will hang on to it. And Matt Coronado's not sure that didn't go in.
Early in the tournament, David Quinn was not crazy about the first tournaments. That's one of the few criticisms he had about his team. The first periods were a little sluggish. He said he liked the first period against Denmark a lot better. You take a look there, and yeah, it was hanging on the pad there. And he said, we got to be aware that this French team gave the Finns all they could handle for a long time. So he's got their attention. Go, hey, look, guys, stay focused here on this French team and don't let them get up on you.
The first periods, they have relied on their goaltenders to make some saves. But they were better against Denmark, yes. A game that went 0-0 well into the third. Turned over, Eyssimont, and a chance right in front. Ylonen got a piece of it, and it deflects away. Far side boards kept in by Team USA, and a race for the loose puck. And Checkage Valley will get this out at center.
That O'Connor line, that's what they do. They're so quick.
Right back in for Connor Garland. Tight turns in the corner. Centers, and another save by Ylonen on a good one-time opportunity from the high slot from Drew O'Connor.
O'Connor's really good at that. He reads off of Garland in particular, who's a great puck possession guy, and then O'Connor slips into that soft area just off the edge of the slot. He's gotten several chances in these World Championships doing just that.
Ylonen will scoop this on for Theory. Theory gets wrapped up in the corner. Valier is into the mix, as is Brown, and it comes to the near corner. And cleared out through center ice by Pierre Crinon. Sent in by Bozan. Bozan then a little bit of a whack under Ronnie Adder. Back in across the line. Patrick Brown tried to get it deep, could not, and is cleared back out. And Perbix will hustle back into his own zone. Plays it across for Dylan Sandberg, and Sandberg will send it in. Dylan Sandberg and Alex Tuck coming into today's action at +8 to lead the World Championship in that category.
Sandberg and Perbix play so well together. They've been together the entire tournament. They've got really good chemistry. They shut down top players on the other team. Their efficiency level in their own zone, that's a big key to what they do.
Back to the blue line, kept in by Team USA, and Tyler Clevin will play it back down low. Luke Tuck back in the lineup with Bonino out. Chance in tight, and again Ylonen makes the save.
Yeah, France is not very good in their own zone when the puck gets along the end wall. The Americans are doing a terrific job getting pucks off the wall, having somebody in front of the net get free, and point-blank chances.
Gauthier sends it across. Short side try. Ylonen makes the save off Clevin. Boudon will bounce this back into the Team USA end. TJ Tynan back for Tyler Clevin. He'll wait while Team USA finishes its change, and then he'll make his way to the bench. Up for Alex Tuck, trying to get it back for Grimaldi, and offside called against Team USA.
Philippe Bozan, the French coach, knows that the U.S. loves to stretch the ice out, and he's imploring his team to be ready for quick breaks out of the zone. But meanwhile, it's their own zone they have the problem with. There's some of the examples of what I'm talking about. The U.S. team really good along the wall, getting pucks off the wall, and they get the French's attention, and then the French drift away from the front of their own net, and they're giving up big-time scoring chances.
USA came into the game at 181 shots on goal. You can add 4 to that. That's third best in the World Championship. Finland leads the way, but Finland has played 1 extra game. Finland has already played 6. Canada's in that category as well at 193 shots on goal. There's a shot from the line. Coronado, that never got through. And this gets snapped off the boards by Anthony Reck out to center. And back inside the USA line, Perunovic with the quick lead. And offside called at the line as they ruled that Alex Tuck got in ahead of the play.
Well, there was an attempt at the fast break, or the quick ups, whatever you want to call it, that the French coach is really worried about and making sure his guys are aware of. Now, the French coming into this game are upside down in goals for and against by 7. But they have scored 10 goals, and that's better than some of the other teams at the bottom. So they have the ability to pull the trigger. A couple of guys who have better touch than some of the other teams like Hungary.
Cal Peterson makes the save off the face-off. And this gets sent all the way down, and Ylonen will come out and play it. Ono sends it around. Crinon trying to get that for Sasha Trey. And this will go all the way down the ice. An icing call. Sasha Trey back in the lineup. This is his 78th World Championship game played. That is #1 all time for a French player.
Save percentage for the French, it's not great. It's .870, 15th overall out of the 16 teams. And they have to control themselves. They've had 2 majors early on in these World Championships. They take a few too many penalties. That one gets knocked over the boards. We'll have another face-off. They kind of lose their cool a little bit. And they don't really want to do that. The French are not great on the penalty kill. 7 goals scored against them, 17 times shorthanded. And that 17 times shorthanded is compared to 9 shorthanded for the U.S. So they do kind of lose it. They do get erratic. And because of that, they get themselves in trouble.
USA does come into this game the fewest shorthanded situations in the World Championship. Another save made there by Ylonen. Started the day tied with Germany. Germany was shorthanded a couple of times in the win over Hungary. Connor Garland being watched on the play by Bozon. Garland takes it around, backdoor play, scores! What a play by Connor Garland to set up Drew O'Connor.
Well, we've seen this in action, I'd say at least 5 times, if not 6 already in this game, and it finally goes in the back of the net. Exactly what we were talking about. The use of the end wall, the use of going around behind the net. Connor Garland, this is his specialty. He's an elite playmaker. He loves to hold on to the puck, and he skates with it. He does not give it up easily, and then he's eventually going to get a lot of attention. You look at the French, they're just trying to guess where his eyes are looking, and Garland is really good at making them drift away higher into the slot. And O'Connor just drifts in behind them. He's stationary. He's ready. Give it to me here. And it's a quick bang-bang play. There's nothing Ylonen can do to make that save.
Second of the tournament for Drew O'Connor. And Team USA with a 1-0 lead. Anders Bjork, this comes back at the line near side for Connor Mackey. Mackey will play it on for Dylan Sandberg. Sandberg's shot got blocked by Fabre, and back into his own end is Connor Mackey. Plays it on for TJ Tynan. Tynan spins this down low into the France zone. After it is Anders Bjork. A couple of huge offensive seasons in the American Hockey League for TJ Tynan. Led the American Hockey League in assists this past season with 73, 98 points the previous season, 81 this last year. That's big numbers in the American Hockey League. Tynan sends this through, and Ylonen is going to jump on it before Luke Tuck can get to it. 1-0, Team USA with the lead here in period 1. O'Connor with the game's opening mark. 78 NHL games played in his career. This past season got into 46 with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Shot from the line by Tyler Clevin. Came out of the University of North Dakota, signed pro with Ottawa. Got into some games at the end of the year with the Ottawa Senators for Tyler Clevin. Justin Adamo stuffed this in behind his own net. Taken there, and Leclerc trying to find some room, and then he gets some help. Bosch will get this to the line. Adamo goes after it, comes off a skate. And Clevin will just lift this out at center. Grimaldi couldn't pick it up. Coronado does. The Calgary draft pick. And this gets cleared out at center ice, and Perbix is there to break it up.
I think the U.S. team has one of the best gaps, certainly. Their D-men really stand up, and they judge the attack coming at them. They don't just get to the blue line and stand and wait. Other teams, their D-men are forced to do that because they're just sitting back with 5 men in the neutral zone. That one looks like it's offside. And so it can really hamper your D-men. But on the U.S. side, they get up on the play and they back up with the play. Here's Connor Garland again. He's got so many moves. And see the French defenders? They're all looking, trying to read his eyes. He's too good for that. He's going to fake you out most of the time and makes a beautiful pass to O'Connor. It's pretty easy to put in.
Connor Garland, the CHL top scorer 2015-2016 with the Moncton Wildcats. Carter Mazur gets rubbed out of the near side by Creanon. There's some size to this French team, especially on the back end. Vincent Lorca, 6'4", 209. Creanon, who we saw there, 6'5", 225. Gallet, 6'4", 205.
They're going to have to catch the U.S. in order to use it, and they will along the wall sometimes, but the U.S. are not shy. They go into the corners and along the wall, and they're good at getting pucks out quickly and then going to the weak side, and that would be a weakness of France, and we've already seen that in France's end zone.
Off the skate and out the center. Up it goes. Mazur will deflect it in. The Detroit draft pick came out of the University of Denver and got into 6 American Hockey League games with Grand Rapids. Long shot. This is grabbed and held as Adder back in the lineup for Team USA.
So Coronado in the middle with Grimaldi and Tuck. You got O'Connor, Garland, and Asamont. That's the real speed line. You got Tynan playing with Gauthier and Mazur. That last game the U.S. played, that was my favorite line. I thought they were outstanding. You got 2 gunners on the wing and Gauthier and Mazur, and you got Tynan, as you established, Dennis, is a terrific playmaker. Loved the way they played through the tournament, but certainly last game I thought they were the best line.
Tynan won a Calder Cup in 2016. Lost in the final of the Calder Cup in 2019. He won it with Lake Erie. Jared Bednar was the coach of that team. Of course, went on to coach in Colorado. Still there. Won a Stanley Cup with the Avs.
And the way they're constructed now, you've got Sean Farrell basically playing on a 4th line. He was number 4 scorer overall in all of NCAA hockey. And he was the top scorer in the ECAC, and that's a 4th line guy. So can they make plays all the way up and down the lineup? Yeah, you bet they can.
Grimaldi stripped to the puck, and Bozon turns it back up for Fabre. Trying to bust in, backhand shot, and he shot it wide. Off the boards, Grimaldi. Ends up skipping to the far side.
Good recovery there by Mackey. Mackey's had a lot of flow to his game defensively. He was able to get back in position and get a stick on that.
Bad change by France. Here comes Coronado. 3-on-2 off a skate and just by that far side. Taken by Gallet, and he'll send it the other way. 2-on-1 in across, and Boudon couldn't handle that pass, as diving to get it across was Anthony Reck. 1-0 Team USA with the lead. face-off from the Team USA end of the ice. Justin Adamo out there along with Rec and Leclerc. For France, trailing 1-0. It's pitched back to the blue line. Ono with the shot, that got blocked. And it's up for Connor Garland, bounced off his stick. And Creenon will protect against Drew O'Connor, get it to center no further, and it's right back in. Ono will try it again. Creenon couldn't trap it. Asamont is on it. Mikey Asamont down for Connor Garland. Garland gets knocked down on the play, gets up, stays in the battle, kept in at the line by Clevin, and it's around for Asamont. Asamont to the front of the net. And O'Connor was all tied up, and it's out to center ice. O'Connor back in, off a skate. Asamont trying to carry it in, can't. Leclerc's there. Guillaume Leclerc gets it to center, keeps on going, gets a bit of a bump, and heads to the bench on the change.
Yeah, a couple of those big guys for France that you mentioned before. You start trying to chase around Asamont and Garland.
Gauthier scores! Cutter Gauthier, who had the 9 shots on goal against Denmark, takes that stretch pass that you talked about earlier, Brian, goes in alone, and it's 2-0.
And you know he's going to shoot the puck. This young man is really starting to come on. He's made a big impression. Last game he was player of the game, but there's the stretch pass. Yeah, France goes to sleep a little bit. What a beautiful bank pass that was by Perunovic off the wall. Perfectly placed. The French think they're going to get it. Nobody gets it. And Gauthier's not going to put a lot of moves on. That's what one of the many things I like about him. He is a shooter, and he's going to shoot. He's going to get himself in the best possible spot, and then he trusts his hands to pick the corner. And he made a nice move there, but what a pass by Perunovic off the wall.
Scott Perunovic won back-to-back titles at the University of Minnesota Duluth with Dylan Sandberg. The 3 years, he led the team in scoring in 1920 with 40 points. 36 one year where he finished third, and then won it in his last year there. So he can put up some points. Patrick Brown trying to clear this out. Petter Gauthier, by the way, born in Skellefteå, Sweden. When his dad played there, dad was a goaltender. Moved to Scottsdale, Arizona at the age of 2. Where his dad finished his career was in Sweden. Got into 1 NHL game. There's a look at Cutter Gauthier over the pad, under the glove, and in. And for Cutter Gauthier, his 4th of this World Championship.
And Perunovic, man, he'd be good at bumper pool. That was a heck of a pass. He knows his boards. He knows this rink. That was a great off-the-wall pass. It was perfect angles in behind 3 Frenchmen all on the left side, on their left side, right on the tape.
Grimaldi to the front, Adder in from the line, gets a couple of whacks at it. Off the boards and sent out at center ice by Kevin Bozon and put right back in by Adder. Banked off the boards, does not get out. Grimaldi lets the shot go. That goes off a stick. Adder after again, the Philadelphia draft pick. Played around the boards. Alex Tuck trying to work it free. Tuck in a battle on the far side along with Fournier. And Fournier will clear it back into the USA zone. And quickly up for Adder from Connor Mackey.
You know what those long passes are going to do to France in the second period when they have long change?
It's not going to be good.
Will be for the U.S. Yeah.
Possible odd man rush again. Asamont lets the shot go up high on Ylonen. Little chin music. Back to the line it comes for Tyler Clevin. Tried to play it down low. Fabre sends it ahead. Tim Bozon trying to get it back for Fabre. Tim Bozon born in St. Louis when his dad played for the St. Louis Blues. To the line and no further for Team USA. And Clevin will snap this in. All the way around, race for it. Creenon got there ahead of Gauthier but couldn't clear. TJ Tynan scores! Turned over at the line, and TJ Tynan has given Team USA a 3-0 lead.
He just came onto the ice nice and fresh and walked into a beautiful situation. He had lots of speed coming over from the left wing side near the bench. And when the puck gets turned over, he's on the move. Great forecheck. That's what starts it, and the U.S. is terrific at that. They're the best forechecking team in this league. And how about that for a smooth little move there? Excellent hands there by T.J. Tynan. Settles it down carefully. Keeps it from rolling.
Off the mask.
Yep.
So T.J. Tynan makes this a 3-0 game. His first of this World Championship. Came in at 54.9% in the faceoff department, winning 28 of 51. This gets bounced back to the line. Cutter Gauthier was waiting for it on the near side, never got to him. Greenon and Carter Mazur got tied up at center.
And Mazur nearly got steamrolled there. He got his head down just in time.
Perunovic. USA changing. He'll slow it down and then just slide it back into the France zone. Under 5.5 to go here in period 1. Checkage Valley goes rink wide. Team USA and France. Dennis Bayak, along with two-time Stanley Cup champion Brian Engblom, our producer Bucky Buchanan, Lindsey Hamilton here in Tampere. To the short side, Ylonen makes the save. Clear off a skate, came to the side of the net. Bounces around, and Ylonen has seen enough. He will smother it, and we'll get a face-off in the France end of the ice. 3-0 Team USA. Team USA up 3-0 here over in Riga. Czechia and Switzerland are deadlocked at 1. Roman Cervenka scoring for Czechia, and then Roman Lofel coming back for Switzerland to tie the game 1-1 in first place battle over on the other side. Our first place battle, by the looks of it, will come Tuesday here, USA and Sweden. USA in control of this one. Kept in at the line by Tuck, trying to get a deep cant, and then tomorrow afternoon we'll just need Sweden to uphold its end of the bargain and have a win over Denmark. Cross ice it goes, and then we'll have a couple of real dandies tomorrow. Second game tomorrow night, that'll be for relegation. In a shot, save made by Cal Peterson, who has not been that busy, as Charles Bertrand got a bit of an opportunity.
That Bertrand's a really good player. Every game they play, I look at that guy and I go, yep, there he is again. And he was opportunistic there, good positioning. Too bad that France isn't as healthy as the team could be. No Alexander Texier. A few other guys are battling some things. Dick Bonino not in the lineup. He's battling something. Yeah, Philippe Bozon, the coach, said, I don't even know if I'm going to have 10 forwards out there because some guys are banged up and others sick, etc. So, yeah, it's too bad. They need everybody. Adder takes it to the net. Ylonen makes the save. And then Ylonen gets bowled over and pushed into the net. And Crino is really throwing his weight around like he's getting plain nasty. That was a dumb hit, though, on Adder, and Adder went piling into the goaltender. I think the goaltender was looking at him. Yolona was looking at him like, what are you doing? You just about killed me here.
And now Crino takes Alex Tuck to the backboards hard. Well, I guess when you're down 3-0.
Yeah, that's some old-fashioned stuff, right?
Yep.
You get a little angry and you start whacking.
Bozon in, and big save by Cal Peterson. Fabre back at the line. It comes. Slap shot. Wavy rebound is in the paint. And it came up and it caught Fabre up in the face.
But O'Connor was right there in the paint, and he cleared the rebound. It was just sitting there. So Cal Peterson might owe him a drink after this one to keep his record clear there with a 0 so far.
And Fabre over to the French bench to get some attention, and he is headed straight for the dressing room. Asamont dumps it in. Checkage Valley going after it. Out of his own zone, has Leclerc with him, elects to go to the right side for Reck. Reck will chase it down. Connor Mackey around. Connor Garland will snap it out the center, and Lorca will send it right back in. Cal Peterson plays it to the corner, and it's back on the near side. Perunovic on for Mackey, and right up the middle, and right back in for Cutter Gauthier. Takes the return pass, or tried to, from Tynan. Now he'll get it for Connor Garland. Garland, second year with the Vancouver Canucks after 3 in Arizona. Plays it back at the line. Perunovic will play it down low. Cutter Gauthier's after it. On for Tynan. TJ Tynan, he'll leave it there for Perunovic. Scott Perunovic, toe drag, takes it around the net. Being watched by Gallet. Leaves it at the line, and then the clearing attempt in by Tynan goes off the stick and cleared back down the ice. And an icing call here against France with 1:20 left to go in period 1.
Yeah, and there were 3 guys bailing to the French bench trying to get off the ice. Now they'll have to come out. There's that collision I was talking about on Crino, who was cleaning out the front of the net, hurt his goaltender. And then Bozon, who's their most talented guy, he skips his way through. And Cal Peterson, who has been standing there for long stretches just talking to himself, only has 4 shots against him, has made 2 really good saves.
This is the only night game for Team USA in this World Championship. Yeah. Off the corner boards for Sean Farrell.
So a good ability to adapt, Dennis, right? I mean, you just don't get used to playing afternoon games all the time. It's a great point that it's the first night game they kind of get back to normal.
Patrick Brown plays it back to the right point. Nick Pervix will dish it off. Luke Tuck will get it back to the line. Luke Tuck, a Montreal draft pick. Ooh, big hit in the corner as going in awkwardly was Bosch, and he's a little slow to get up. Comes back at the line. Brown will stuff it back down low. And Tuck giving pursuit on Gallet. Gallet gets it to Leclerc. He tried to flip it up, but Perbix in from the line to hold it in. Dying seconds of period number 1 here in Tampere.
Boy, if they ever got good rotation. Perbix went way inside to jam the play in the offensive zone, but he had Coronado coming up, back checking through the middle, and up top to take his spot. Really good structure from the U.S.
Trying to cut to the middle. In for Alex Tuck as Grimaldi sends him in. And one more try from the far side boards. And the period ends.
Boy, the U.S. played to their identity. Are they ever fast? Are they ever moving the puck more? And France just doesn't have an answer for them yet.
Shots are 12-4 in the opening period. Team USA up 3-0 after 20 minutes here in Tampere.
In regard to the score between Team Czechia and Team Switzerland is 1-1 in the first period.
Hey Cal, fucking right. Alright, CP. Fucking right, CP. can leave mine off since I'm using the other one getting one.
Oh, that was good. That's good. Early transition. I know.
Some days it can be difficult to get through to each other at work. Other days, it can also be as simple as something else accidentally getting in the way. Then, suddenly, one day, the pieces fall into place without you being able to say exactly why. Here at AG Products, we can't solve all your problems at work, but we are here to help you design a better workplace and a better day at work.
white down first, please. Let's have some fun. Easy stick work, easy stick work. Yes! Watch the free stick, watch the free stick.
Good job, good job.
That away, good job. Sticks, boys! That's him! That's you! That's you!
Puck in the face!
Cal Peterson faced 4 shots. He stopped 4 shots. And we have a new netminder for France. 3-0 is the score, and for the second night in a row, Quentin Papillon is coming in relief. Tonight he's coming in relief of Sebastian Ylonen, who stopped 9 of 12. And last night it was Julian Junka, who only stopped 3 of 7 in the first period against Sweden. And Papillon came in. And so Quentin Papillon in back-to-back games.
Big down.
That's how it works. You have a good night, came in, played very well.
He did.
Never allowed a goal. Stopped all 22 that he faced. And whether he was going to be the backup tonight or not, probably not. But he gets into the game. In across the line, second period underway. Pass out front from Perbix, ends up being intercepted and taken by Leclerc. On for Lorco. Justin Adamo, quick shot turned away by the right-handed catching Cal Peterson. And now a penalty is coming to France. It's going to be Adamo who's going to go for the cross-check in the corner. And the first power play of the game will go to USA as Dylan Sandberg appears to be all right.
Yeah, he did get pushed down. I think Adamo had his hands split just a little too far apart. And he's going to get the cross-check off, get a good look here. It's the force, the velocity. When your arms are in tight and then you make contact and you stretch them all the way out, you're going to get the referee's attention all the time. That was the difference maker here. So the power play for USA, which has been good, 27%. They're 3 for 11. That's 7th overall. 11 chances, not bad, but that's something they'd like to build on too and get a goal or two in the power play in this game.
And France on the penalty kill, they've killed 10 of 17, so 58.8%. Again, no Nick Bonino in the lineup for Team USA. No Lane Hudson. And Casey DeSmith has the night off. As Drew Comesso is dressed as the backup to Cal Peterson. Alex Tuck brings it in. It got away from him. And this will get sent around the corner boards by Lorco and all the way down the ice.
It amazes me how smooth Alex Tuck is. His coordination level for such a big man. He can spin around, and his hands and everything never miss a step.
Cutter Gauthier pulled that to the middle and snapped it over the net. Perunovic back for Gauthier, lets it go, scores! Cutter Gauthier has another. Came into the game with 3, has 5, and a power play goal for Team USA.
That's not the warm-up that Papillon wanted. You get it to Cutter Gauthier, you know what you're going to get, and he has got the magic touch. This young man is really starting to roll now. He's a shooter, we've talked about it, and that's a terrific shot because he waits just for a second. Watch the hesitation here, and he's got his head up all the way. It goes between the feet of Crino. So there's only a little bit of room there. So in Papillon's defense, it's more difficult for him to pick that shot up right off the blade. And he's late going down, and Cutter Gauthier's getting used to scoring goals.
So a 4-0 lead for Team USA. As Gauthier continues to shoot the puck and continues to find the back of the net. This is around the boards and grabbed off by Bertrand. So Cutter Gauthier, 2 goals and an assist, 3 points in this game. And that goes off a stick and up and out of play.
Yeah, that's good for the confidence level and for the power play. They didn't mess around. They just got it over to him on that right wing side. He's a lefty, and he is a shooter. Player of the game last game. So he comes in, and he just finds the back of the net, and his confidence level and the confidence of his teammates and him. He's the youngest guy on the team, and they're going to go, yeah, no worries about this kid. Let's give him the puck.
16 in his rookie year at Boston College. Anders Bjork plays it around to the near side corner. At the line, Connor Mackey's good to try and hold it in. Bjork tries to work it loose and does. And Patrick Brown heads to the front of the net. It comes back to the line. Adder tried to get it back, but there was no one there. And it comes all the way back out at center ice. Cutter Gauthier, 19 years of age, turned 19 in January. Back into the Team USA end, and Patrick Brown in his 3rd game, as is Tyler Clevin. Adder sends this up the middle for Sean Farrell. Farrell to the outside, puts on the brakes, came out of college, got some games in with the Montreal Canadiens. Grimaldi is there, had to get away from him and back up the ice for Peter Valier. Valier sends it across to the far side. Ono goes in after it. Valier is there as well. Valier has it. He'll send it on. Waby lets the shot go. Save made by Cal Peterson. And the loose puck taken by Grimaldi. Grimaldi has Coronado headed to the net. And the pass just a little too far. Coronado back for Grimaldi. Perunovic trying to hold the line. And it comes out at center, and Peter Valier will carry it back in. Valier turns and fires the long shot in. That got cleared. This is Peter Valier's 3rd game in this World Championship. He was added to the roster late. This gets intercepted at center, and trying to cut from the inside to the outside was Reck, and nothing doing there. In front it came. Peterson cleared it. Adamo's after it. But taken and chipped out of harm's way by Thrun. Out to center no further. Following up on the play, though, is Alex Tuck. Circles back into his own zone. C on the jersey in the absence of Nick Bonino. The 2-time Stanley Cup champion, who's a captain of this Team USA squad. Off a skate and right onto Adamo's stick, and he'll carry it up at center. Lets the long shot in. Peterson turned it aside. And on for Tyler Clevin, the Ottawa Senators. And through it goes. Connor Garland tried to drop it back. Clevin holds it in at the line. Fights off the checking of Bertrand. Dylan Sandberg lets the wrister go. That changed directions and missed glove side, but not by much. And Bertrand will try and clear. Gets it out at center. Boudin sends it rink wide looking for Tim Bozon. Gallet will jam it down low. And Clevin will take it and chip it off the boards. And all the way down the ice it goes. And this is going to be an icing call against Team USA.
The Americans have tremendous motion to their game. We're going to take another look at Cutter Gauthier's evening. Here's the beautiful pass from Perunovic, and he cashes in on that one. Then on turnovers, the USA do a terrific job. Tynan scoring a beautiful goal. Cutter Gauthier again. coming in off the right wing side, and he pulls the trigger quickly, and the U.S. are really rolling along. There's so much flow to their game. Their defensemen defend while they're on the move. That's what I like about them. I mentioned in the first period that they're up in the neutral zone. They got a small gap, which is at the NHL level what we're talking about every single shift of every game. And they do that better, I think, than any other team in this tournament. So it's going to be interesting when they play more against the top teams. And I'm thinking specifically of Sweden coming up because they've played so well in this tournament. And Sweden has a little different flavor to them than this USA team. Not quite as much movement, a little more in their system, put it that way. And it'll be interesting to see who comes out on that game.
The two top teams, team save percentage coming into today's action. Sweden, they don't play today. There's a shot save made by Peterson. Sweden team save percentage 977. USA 955. Swiss 953. Swiss in a 1-1 tie with Czechia over in Riga. And then Canada at 938. There's some terrific goaltending going on here at this World Championship.
And I think for the Swedes, you know, just their structure, especially their D-men, I just think there's more flow from the American D-men, and that's the area I'll be looking at the most.
Tynan tried to jam that one in. Papillon stayed with him. Again, Quentin Papillon starts the second period for France in place of Sebastian Ylonen. Harry Buisse was the workhorse in goal for France last year, and he was good. His numbers, fourth best in the World Championship at .931 and a 1.76 goals against average. But for 2 games in a row, France has made a goaltending change after 1 period, and now there's another power play coming up as Čekić Valley is going to go to the penalty box for tripping, and Team USA 1 for 1 on the power play, back to the man advantage.
Yes, so today's volunteer of the game is a person who is working with the statistics and off-ice officials. So making sure all that correct data is everywhere with us fans and also the teams. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big thank you to Nokia. Thank you.
Nothing here for Team USA. Switzerland has gone up on Czechia 2-1. Anders Ambul, the leader in games played in World Championship play, finds the back of the net again. Last time these two teams met, France and USA, was 2019, and Team USA won by a 7-1 score. Second power play of the game for Team USA. Perunovic across for Gauthier. 2 in the game for Gauthier. Is there a third? Not on that shot. That rifled over top the net. And now up for Justin Adamo, and Perunovic got back, or rather for Bozon, Perunovic got back to take it away from him. Tynan for Tuck. Into the slot, Gauthier, and he misses on this side. That may have ticked off the crossbar.
That may have almost taken the breath away of TJ Tynan, who was behind the net. Watch Tynan. He's going, oh, this kid's a shooter. He's a shooter. Look out. And it's a darn good thing. It hit right at the joint of the crossbar and the goalpost. And Tynan would have been next. See where he is? Right in behind the net. He's going, come on, kid, hit the net. Come on, come on. He did.
Another shot by Gauthier over top the net. 19 years old. That's a pro shot right there.
No doubt about that. Yeah. And he doesn't mess around. He comes as advertised, like, I am a shooter. You want to give me the puck? It's going to be shot. And players, his teammates are going to love it, and they are giving it to him. When he had 10 shots last game.
Perunovic on for Tynan. Tynan will send it back. Gauthier doesn't shoot it. Or rather, Perunovic doesn't shoot it, sends it to Gauthier. Gauthier to the front of the net, comes off the sideboards. Tynan, and across it goes for Perunovic. Real tight turn being watched there by Baudin. Back for Tynan. Tynan walks it down low, gets it for Coronado, and he'll fire that one over top the net. Matt Coronado with a good look. Back to the line, Perunovic. Back for Gauthier. Gauthier back for Coronado. Tried to go rink wide for Tynan. Came to the side of the net. Alex Tuck has it. Tuck throws it into the paint. And this is grabbed and held by Papillon.
If I'm the Hungarian coaching staff, I put a video together of Cutter Gauthier for the power play and go, hey guys, see this guy? This is what I want. This is what I want you to do. When you get it, shoot it. Don't keep looking for another pass. Shoot it.
10 seconds left in the man advantage. Backdoor play for Mikey Asamont. And that's off a stick, and it gets deflected up and out of play.
Gallet is a smart guy. He's one of their best defensemen. And Gallet saw that, and he was the one who got his stick. Otherwise, it is a slam dunk on the back door. But the Americans have done a really good job of, once they're in the zone, I mean, this is the power play, but see, they retrieve it too. And with the quickness of these guys on their power play, they're going to retrieve a lot.
Power play is over as the shot comes around the boards. Creenon, or Addard will play this back as Creenon will clear it. And Addard's lead pass misfires. And this will be an icing call against Team USA, or are they going to?
Not according to O'Connor. O'Connor's going, hey, I touched this as it came along right by me. And he did. He just barely ticked it. It was kind of flopping, but you could see it did change trajectory. But they're still arguing about it, and it will be called an icing call. They'll come back into the zone.
Quick conference amongst the officials. 10:50 left to go here in period number 2.
And we saw Asamon out there on that power play. I think to get him some looks and get him scoring a goal or two too, because he's created opportunities. He's had opportunities handed to him, and he's missed the net. He's missed breakaways and just can't seem to find the target.
Connor Garland back up top. Tyler Clevin tried to work it down low. Guillaume Leclerc cleared it. Dylan Sandberg stepped into Justin Adamo. Boy, Dylan Sandberg has had some punishing hits in this World Championship.
The most solid defenseman when it comes to defensing, playing physical, and yet really making good passes, get involved in the play. He's more from the blue line in kind of guy on the offensive side, but I really like the way Sandberg has played, that's for sure.
63 games with the Winnipeg Jets. He was a +10 on the season, tied for second best on the team in the plus-minus category. Nate Schmidt was the leader at +15. And we go back to last year's World Championship when Nate Schmidt averaged 23 minutes and 45 seconds of ice time per game. USA had a bunch of injuries on the back end, and Nate Schmidt was second only to Seth Jones, who averaged 27:01. And now play gets whistled down as this touched somebody on the France bench, and we'll get a stop. 9:34 left to go, period 2, 4-0. Denmark, our first game in this building tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, it is Hungary and Austria. And it's as simple as the winner will be back in the main group next year. And the team that loses tomorrow night will be relegated. Slovenia will be relegated from the other side, unable to pick up a point. And another penalty is coming up on the play. This one is going to go to Team USA. As Tim Bozon is over having a little quick discussion with the referee. Is it Luke Tuck? Luke Tuck wants to go to the box.
He's not sure. Yeah, they're going to call him for interference, I'm guessing. He didn't seem to get the message. He kind of drifted over towards the penalty box and waited. Yeah, interference call. He got a little early on that hit on Tim Bozon.
So he gets back into the game with no Nick Bonino up front. 9 goals, 20 points at Boston University, a Montreal draft pick. Younger brother of Alex Tuck.
His French power plays 3 for 13 coming in. That's 9th overall.
Checkridge Valley across for Bozon. Bozon got wrapped up. And the puck gets cleared. Patrick Brown is after it. Hit the linesman. Ends up back. And France will regroup. 39-year-old Anders Ambul has another. And it is 3-1. Switzerland over Czechia. Here's a turnover and a shorthanded opportunity. Anders Bjork and a glove save made by Papillon.
Really good read here. Pressure along the wall and blind plays. Can't do that even on the power play. And Bjork does the right thing here. Yeah, it's a 2-on-1. You got a good look. Take the shot. I'm all for that. When it doesn't go in, people will say, "Oh, well, he had a teammate right there on the corner of the goalpost." But when you get a guy like that in a spot like that, you pull the trigger. He missed, but for me, that was the right decision.
Guillaume Leclerc, and he gets pressured by Sean Farrell. Hugo Gallet will drop it back. First power play of the game for France. Back to the line. Gallet trying to play it down low. Didn't get enough on the back pass, and almost another shorthanded break. The pass from Thrun just skipped over the stick of Patrick Brown.
Yeah, he was gone.
Gallet back in. Justin Adamo plays it for Leclerc. He couldn't get anywhere. Connor Mackey on the puck. He'll send it around the boards. Trapped on the near side. Back for Hugo Gallet. For Bertrand and back for Gallet. Gets it to the middle of the ice. Across for Leclerc. Leclerc tried to get it back for Gallet. Comes off the skate. Bertrand. And it got rolling on him and he couldn't shoot it. Bertrand will bank it back to the blue line. 2 goals in the tournament for him. 1 on the power play. Boudon lets the shot go blocked in front by Connor Mackey. And back down the ice it goes.
David Quinn even uses his top line guys, and we still, you know, the Grimaldi tuck with Coronado.
Oh. Turnover, and Mazur put that one over top the net.
These turnovers are getting so frequent now for France, trying to go through the middle of the ice, and the U.S. just their anticipation, their hockey sense, just stealing so many pucks.
Back in for Cutter Gauthier, and a wrister is gloved by Papillon, and he'll hang on to it.
Yeah, Papillon's seen enough after that. Let's settle this down. Trying to get fancy up there. I don't even know what he was thinking there. Look at Gallet. It's like, oh my goodness, how did I even do that? He actually has been really reliable for them. But there's the hockey sense and the positioning. And the U.S. has missed some big-time opportunities, though, not just in this game, but the last couple of games. The dead center trying to cut it too fine and going over the net. That one was Carter Mazur. But what I was going to say is for David Quinn is he was using Grimaldi and Tuck on the penalty kill. So that keeps guys, you know, in it. Sometimes, a lot of times, I should say, top line guys don't kill penalties. you start to miss their rotations, and they get a few penalty kills in a row, and next thing you know, some of your top guys are losing their feel. But when you can put on the penalty kill those top line guys, Grimaldi and Tuck, that helps all the way around. It helps them stay in the game.
Adard and Mazur played give and go there a couple seconds ago. Both former captains of Tri-City of the USHL. Mazur in 2021 and Adard in the 18-19 campaign.
Well, Adard is really aggressive defenseman, and my goodness, he's like a rover. United States Hockey League had 30 goals one year, and this year in the American League, his first year pro, he had 12 goals as a D-man. So I mean, he can skate and wants to get up on the play. He didn't play last game, but he's back in here in case they want, you know, in case they need to use them. You got to keep everybody in the rotation, right? And he's a young guy he needs the experience, and you never know how a tournament can go. You need those guys on defense fresh and in the game.
Off day for USA tomorrow, and then you do hope that Nick Bonino is good to go on Tuesday for that game against Sweden.
That top line with him in the middle is really good with Nick Bonino there.
Tied up in behind the net. Puck to the near side for Connor Garland. Garland feeds it cross ice. Jumping in on that right point was Perbix. And the pass almost came right through.
Perunovich gets a chance to get off the ice. He had lost the stick in the offensive zone.
Connor Garland had this get away from him. Bosch from the left side lets the shot go. That's turned aside. Back up top. Gallet lets the shot go, and Cal Peterson takes it in the midsection, and he will hang on. Under 5 to go here in the second period on TSN. Back at tomorrow's schedule. So for USA and Sweden, they both had 7 games in 12 days. And then both Austria and Hungary, 7 games in 10 days in this tournament.
That's a big difference. Those extra 2 days of rest, man, that's a lot to handle.
Austria went to the final game of last year's preliminary round. There's a snapshot that's turned aside. Good wrister from Drew O'Connor. Has a goal in this game. Opened the scoring in the opening period. Tries to work it out front. Comes back at the line for Henry Thrun. Down for Grimaldi. Grimaldi on for O'Connor. He tried to get that back for Grimaldi. This gets blocked on the far side. And Alex Tuck has it again. Plays it back for Grimaldi. Trying to lose the checking of Justin Adamo. Tuck, Sandberg, down for Thrun, back up top for Tuck, and that's over top the net.
Another one.
Boy, there's been a lot of pucks sail over top that net.
Yes.
Tuck has it again, takes it to the outside against Reck, puts it back into the slot, Henry Thrun, and that's off the crossbar and up and out. It's a shooting gallery.
Yeah, but it's a little surprising that so many have been shot over the net. Trying to cut it a little bit too fine. Alex Tuck's been cruising around, and at this point it is a shooting gallery. That one was just high, just by a couple of inches.
That's about the 3rd crossbar that Team USA has hit. Lorco will jam this up at center ice. A captain at Laurentian. He spent some time over in North America, 2011 to 2017. Tied up in the corner. Trying to get a stick on that is Florian Cekicvalley. To the line for Tyler Clevin. Clevin lets the wrist shot go, and Papillon will snare that and hold it.
Early on in the tournament, it was funny. Rocco Grimaldi was talking about the fact that he names all his stick. He doesn't name them after anybody he knows, but he just goes through the alphabet A to Z and then back again. I get a big kick out of that. I thought it was great. I've seen guys name their sticks before. When he was in Nashville, I guess he had Trudy, that stick had 4 goals. And then when he was in San Diego, Oswald scored the most goals ever for him. So I guess that must be in the Grimaldi Hall of Fame. I'm guessing by this point. The only one he didn't like was Romeo because it broke right away. So Broken Heart for Romeo was aptly named, and it broke right away. That guy's got a great sense of humor. Yeah. Rocco Grimaldi, I love it.
It's pitched out at center. Perunovic back in for TJ Tynan, on for Gauthier. Gauthier tried to get that back for Tynan. Tynan takes a bump in behind the net. Boy, Krinon has been physical in this game for France.
He plays angry.
Shot from the line, that's blocked. Papillon getting a left pad down.
Yeah, and I think the U.S. guys are going to start staying out of that corner a little bit more, although here they go right in there. You go in there with big number 7, you better be ready to get rocked.
And this will bounce away from Dylan Sandberg up at center. Connor Garland sends it right back in, and Mikey Asimont goes in after it. Asimont skates it up top, dishes off for Dylan Sandberg, and a deflection and a nice one from Drew O'Connor, and a save made by Papillon, and he will hang on as Drew Asimont circles up top.
Nobody puts on more miles in this entire tournament in the offensive zone than this line. Asimont, O'Connor, and Garland, they go round and round, and they use that space. They are so fast they can stop and double back, but they love that circular motion. They love to attract the attention. It gets everybody else moving, and they are really effective that way.
Dylan Sandberg wrist shot, that deflects. Perbix lets it go to the short side, save made. Papillon wasn't sure where it was. Grabbed off by Bertrand. Bertrand to the line, tried to spin it back. He got decked, short side try. Peterson makes the save. Goes on trying to work it off the corner boards, but Perbix is there to take it away and send it on to Dylan Sandberg. Sandberg with the long left wing pass trying to spring O'Connor. And Bozon will bring it back in. Tim Bozon lost his footing, fell. And that creates the turnover, and Sandberg will lift this out to center ice for Asimont. Asimont takes a bump on the play. Asimont to the front of the net, and this will be held. Asimont, a goal and 5 points in Winnipeg, 3 goals and 8 points in San Jose, a goal and 2 points in Tampa, and then a goal and 2 points in 3 playoff games with Tampa. Add that all up, comes out to a new contract.
Well, they traded for him, and that's what the Lightning do. When they make trades for guys, they have every intention of keeping them, and they don't believe in rentals. And Asimont was added for his speed, and if you watch this tournament or this game even for 5 minutes, you can see why. Asimont's got speed, and he's quick.
This gets sent all the way down the ice. It will be an icing call.
Cal Peterson's done a real nice job in this game again. He's only seen 11 shots, long stretches without seeing a puck. And I guess Cal Peterson's the DJ in the locker room too. 11-hour playlist he's got. 11 hours. That's a lot to choose from.
Wow.
Maybe he's going through the playlist in his mind here about what's going to happen next game.
A little bit of everything, I wonder, or?
I don't know. 11 hours, a lot to choose from, man.
It is. At the line, Thrun, and the long shot, and Papillon will make that save and hold on to it.
And for Peterson, it was kind of a tough year. He spent most of the year in the American League. He's LA King property, of course. The whole Jonathan Quick saga was going on there. Quick ends up playing 31 games, and then he gets traded. Phineas Copley was there, 37 games, and Korpisalo comes in, plays 11. And Peterson ends up playing only 10 games. The rest of the time, he's playing for their American League team. Played 40 games there.
Tied up along the boards. We were talking about Anders Ambul, the veteran of these World Championship competitions. April 25th, 2004 versus France. Anders Ambul's first World Championship goal. He beats Cristobal Huet 6,965 days ago. Thanks to...
Well, you're just trying to make him feel old now.
Thanks to Peter Buchanan for that, and he has 2 more tonight, Ambul does. 27 World Championship goals.
2 more days or 2 more goals?
Goals.
Don't add any more days on for him. Give the guy a break.
Shot from the line from Connor Mackey, and the save is made.
U.S. doing a really good job of just controlling this game. It's not getting out of hand. They're not giving any chances. France is definitely getting tired out there. They've spent so much time in their own end and trying to chase the Americans around. As advertised, the U.S. are fast.
Tuesday against Germany will be the final game for France. They would love to go home with more than just the one victory. The one that got away from them was probably the one against Hungary. 2 periods done. Team USA outshooting France 26-11 and a 4-0 lead after 40 minutes of play.
Just on goal in second period, Team USA 14, Team France 7. Laukaukset Claudia Kopin Kokko erässä, USA 14, Ranska 7. In Riga, the score between Team Czechia and Team Switzerland is 1-3 in the second period.
is now.
It's important to stay true to your own integrity, to the values that you believe in.
If it doesn't feel right, it's not right. Don't be the one that stands by what's happening. I've lived it. I've seen it. Not enough is enough.
Very hard our sport is at stake.
And now is more crucial than ever to keep asking the questions.
Let's protect the sport we love. Let's protect ice hockey.
We need to speak out. We need to have that difficult conversation. And we need to make a difference now.
You aren't alone. The IIHF is out there to support you.
Over to the B side of the arena, go shopping. And also, you don't have to wait till the end of the game. You can go during the hater.
Easy, stick 7.
Heads up, heads up, heads up. Good, good. Go, 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 go. Easy. Hey, hey.
Nope, nope. Let's go. Keep moving, boys. Keep moving. Move your feet wide. Good job. Good job. Keep going. Get it loose, boys. There's no whistle. No whistle here. Puck's loose.
No, 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 no. I got it. What's the line? What's the line? Good, good job.
Score after
Thank you.
second period, Team USA.
Tomorrow,
Come on, Twos. Come on, Twos. Fire up.
Come on, dude, put your fucking contacts in.
Alright. Yep. Come on, bud. Yep. Get to that this period. Here we go. Be a shooter.
High gloves, dude. Hey, you listen to the scouting report.
And an apple.
Come on, man, it in, Brian. Gotta get it on that.
Do it right,
on the sheet.
Come on, Glutes. Do it right. Down there.
Keep that corpse up, dude.
Glutes. This Brody died. I actually don't like.
Come on, cheese.
This guy's different.
Let's go, Rick Brad.
You don't see him like dude.
Hey, mes petits gars, hein? Hey, go, la banana. Let's go.
4-0 in favor of Team USA. Cal Peterson has stopped all 11 that he has faced so far in this contest against France. And Quentin Papillon came in the second period, faced 14 shots, 1 got by him. He replaced Sebastian Ylonen, who left after the opening period after 3 got by him. Drew O'Connor leads Team USA in shots on goal with 6. And behind him is Cutter Gauthier with 5. What they don't give us is shots attempted, because I think Cutter Gauthier would be in double digits of attempted shots in this game.
It's not on a stick long, that's for sure.
Here we go.
TJ Tynan has won 6 of 9 faceoffs that he has taken in this game. And the third period gets going here in Tampere. Tynan for Gauthier, in with Carter Mazer. Skid stuffed it around the boards. Checkers Valley will play it to the line. Kept in at the left point by Dylan Sandberg. Sends it across. Gauthier will send it deep, and France now on the regroup. Pass off the boards too far for Trey. And right back in. TJ Tynan found a lane, but offside is called at the line.
Nick Perbix was out there to start the period. I guess his dad, Jay, and his brother, Jack, are in town now. They got in town yesterday afternoon. I guess his dad, Jay, is a huge Jack Nicklaus fan. So Perbix's name, Nick, is actually Nicholas, spelled like Nicholas, like Jack Nicklaus. And Nick's brother's name is Jack, so he went all the way there as a Jack Nicklaus fan, that's for sure.
So which one takes the nickname the Bear?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Taking
the dad, I think.
Yeah. To the blue line, turned over. Coronado on for Grimaldi. Grimaldi backdoor Coronado, and Papillon stays with him and got enough of him.
That was a trip. That was a trip. He was beaten on the play. He kicked his feet out from underneath.
Grimaldi short side. That's off the goal post. There's been some Sunday chimes in behind Papillon in this game. And now there is a penalty coming to France as Gallet touches it. Play whistle down and a tripping penalty coming. So Team USA will go back to the power play 1 for 2.
USA should draw a lot of penalties because they are so quick. And you can see exactly why. They stop and double back. And here's the play I was talking about. Watch the foot come out. See, that's a trip. I know he's a goalie. I know he's got to come out and try to make the save, but that to me just looked like a full-on trip. He extended that leg after the fact and made sure that wasn't going to be able to get all the way around him and tuck it in.
Justin Adamo, American Hockey League, Wilkes-Barre, 5 goals in 14 games. Wheeling of the ECHL, 33 points there. 4 years of NC2A for him. Now part of this French team here at the World Championship. That sits 1 for 4. Overtime win, a couple of overtime losses. Cross ice. Gauthier gets another one through. Save made by Papillon. Tuck centers. And a stick lift there. Gauthier follows up. And Papillon makes the save. And now another penalty is coming up.
Gauthier's mad at himself. He missed the shot, especially that second one. And going after the puck, he ended up fishing around for it. He's going to get a tripping penalty.
You know, you were talking about Matt Coronado and other situations earlier in this game. There's the trip right there. But how sometimes younger players will default to an older player. Instead of shooting the puck, they'll pass it off.
Yep.
Cutter Gauthier doesn't have that issue for Dave Quinn's team.
No, he does not have that issue. And I think it's great. I've said it many times. He is a gunner. And those guys are very valuable because he's good. I mean, he hits the corner. He's got a couple of goals already. And he's getting better and better all the time. I know he's mad at himself. His other shot was superior because it was right up in the corner. He just missed it a tad on that last one. And when he went for the rebound, which he does, he doesn't just shoot. He follows it up. And Gauthier, you know, comes as advertised.
Yep. Do what you do well. He can shoot the puck. So 4-0, there's a turnover. O'Connor scores! 4-on-4. And it is 5-0.
O'Connor is so good positionally, and Chakashvili was trying to get something going. But when you're the last man and you try to make a move in the neutral zone, everybody's flattened out, and look at that, just staying with them. And then from a standstill, just gets going so quickly and beats the back checker back. Vallier's doing the best he can, but there's O'Connor. That's a bad idea for Chakashvili because he's the last guy. Now he's got his teammate Valier trying to catch up to him, and O'Connor really showed a lot there. That's the kind of player he is. Positionally, defensively, and you got some hands too.
So 2 for O'Connor and 2 for Gauthier in the game. France saw Zetterlund get a couple last night. 4-0 was the final in that game. Grimaldi will leave it for TJ Tynan. Tynan to the line. Tried to pitch it to the far side, and this will carry him all the way back out. 203 NHL games played for Rocco Grimaldi. 30 goals and 67 points. Florida, Colorado, and Nashville. Spent the last season in the American Hockey League. There's Grimaldi with a wrister, and Papillon will snare that and hold on to it.
Another good shot, though. Take those shots. I go back to the first game that they played in the tournament, and the U.S. adapted really well. They like to hang on to the puck. They want to make plays like everybody else. They were kind of going around the outside, then trying to make a couple of plays in the middle, and all of a sudden they went, nope, the room is on the outside. The shots are going to come from the outside, so we're going to take the shots from the outside. And they ended up winning. It was smart.
Shot from the line, gets blocked. Papillon spent the 21-22 season in Norway, and then last year played for Mulhouse in the Magnus League in France. Mulhouse, 536 kilometers northeast of Paris. It's a 12-team league. Long shot, that's steered wide. And Patrick Brown will send it off the boards as it's a shorthanded situation now for Team USA.
I never realized there were so many leagues in Europe, to be honest with you, because some of the countries have a couple of different levels I wasn't even aware of, and they're all technically pro levels. I just always kind of thought, well, that's, you know, that's the pro league in Austria, that's the pro league in Czechia, et cetera, et cetera. That's not the way it is.
No, there's plenty of opportunities for hockey players. The Austria game tomorrow night, we'll talk a little more about. There's the Ice Hockey League, there's the Alps Hockey League that involves some of the same countries. Here's a look at some of Drew O'Connor's work in this game tonight.
Really smart player. He got in the right place at the right time. This is the check and the goal that we just showed you. He's relentless on the check. He knows his positioning. He's got great hands, sets up other people. I mean, he's a complete player. He's the kind of player you want in the middle of the ice.
Off the face-off, Bozon. Kevin Bozon tried to rattle that one through. Still 3-1 over in Riga. Switzerland leading Czechia. Canada and Czechia have yet to play. Puck bounces inside the line. 2 games tomorrow in each building, and then triple header Tuesday, and that will end the preliminary round. Off day on Wednesday, and then the quarterfinals will go on Thursday in what is the most emotional day of this tournament. Because you're all excited about making the quarterfinals, and that's the day when you lose, you're done.
Yeah.
You go home.
Reality kicks in real fast, and that's why we talk about you have to have adversity along the way. You have to be able to handle adversity, because you can be cruising right along and then all of a sudden everything goes south. You can have a shutout every game, and then all of a sudden you get in that game and you're a little bit off, you get some adversity, you can't handle it, you go home. And everything else is for nothing, because that's all everybody really remembers. Oh, you had a nice tournament, you won a lot of games, but were you a contender? Did you come here to win a medal? Did you come here to win gold? That's different. So getting comfortable being uncomfortable is the best way to describe it.
Because even if you lose the semifinal, you still play. Matt Coronado sends it across, short side high. Scott Perunovich finds the back of the net. And he has his first goal of this World Championship.
Boy, has he got some great hands. Is he ever calm? He just moves in from the point there, and he's the one that made that long bumper pass off the wall from way deep in his own zone on a perfect angle off the boards to Gauthier. Gauthier went in on loan and scored a goal. Moves down here. He's on an angle. He just decided, yeah, short side looks good to me, and he can hit that.
I mentioned this earlier. At Minnesota Duluth, led team scoring in the 1920 season, 6 goals, 40 points. Also led the team in the 17-18 season, 11 goals and 36 points. And in the middle of all that, he was third in 18-19 on team scoring.
Yeah, they wanted offensive ability. They wanted the ability to control the puck. They wanted movement on their defense. And David Quinn got all of that, the way they constructed this team. Going back to when you and I first talked to him the first day before the tournament started, and David Quinn he just had that look about him, didn't he? He just had a quiet confidence, like I really like our team. Every coach says that, but you could just tell it was just oozing out of him, like we got what we wanted when we came here. And now I'm sure he's liking how it's all come together.
And an interesting group. We've mentioned a couple of them, a number of them, that have came out of school this year, signed pro contracts, turned pro, and got, whether it be some American League games in this year, some NHL games in this year, and next year we'll compete for spots with the NHL team, and this is a good experience for them.
Yeah, exactly. The three Harvard boys came out and all went to different pro teams to finish off their season, so there's continuity there too from those three guys, and it really is an interesting mix. A lot of college guys for sure, and then you got the veterans like Alex Tuck, and of course Nick Bonino, who's not in the game tonight because he's ill. But it's a really interesting mix. They've done their homework and they've checked off all the boxes. It's showing.
Sacha Trey, the captain of this French team, gets it to the line no further. Bosch will play it back for Hugo Gallet and deflected in on the far side and in. Plays around the boards. Boudon scampers to it to the near side. Boudon this past season played for a few different teams. Patrick Brown on the near side gets all tied up. Boudon had 36 games, CCHA with Lake Superior, 3 games played Iowa Wild, 1 game played Laval Rocket, and 3 games played for the Iowa Heartlanders in the ECHL. Plan is to play for the Iowa Wild next year. Puck bounces around inside the line and gets sent down the ice by Gallet. And with 13:23 to go here in the third period, we'll get a stoppage in play, and the face-off will come all the way back, and it's been a very good game for Scott Perunovich.
There's that bump pass that I was talking about. Beautiful, and the perfect finish. And there's Perunovich moving in from the point. Nice, cool, and calm, soft hands. Takes his time because he had it. And the perfect shot rising in the short side.
Back to the line for Perbix. Played in behind the net. Clairot sends it off the boards to the line, but not out. Grimaldi will bring it back in. Grimaldi will play it back at the line. Sandberg with the shot. Left pad save made by Papillon. Rebound Perbix, and off the glove of Papillon and over the net. It's under him in the paint, and now it comes loose. Are they saying it was in?
It was in.
So Team USA ups it to 7-0. Looked as though Papillon had it under him and then cleared, but the referee right there says it got across the line.
I saw Coronado start to celebrate, first of all, and they're downplaying this. They're not doing the fist pumps or anything when they go to the bench off these last couple of goals. Just get the puck back into the paint. Oh, yeah, for sure. He just banked it right in off the goaltender. It looked like from here that Papillon had it. Oh, stick from underneath. So I'm assuming it's Coronado that got that. We'll see who gets credit for it, but no. Now they're crediting Grimaldi. I thought I saw a stick come in, too. I'm not sure who's going to get credit for that one.
So Team USA puts up 7 again.
Team USA 7 goals for number 56,
Rocco Grimaldi gets credit for the goal.
27, Matt Coronado, and 25, Nick Burbank.
He's such an interesting player to watch, too, Rocco Grimaldi. Such speed, such intensity. When you need to change momentum and things aren't going well, that's what I really love about Rocco Grimaldi. He grabs it and he goes, and he creates a new environment, and that really spreads to the rest of the team. It's valuable just in itself before he even contributes anything on the score sheet.
Team USA got off on the right foot, a 4-1 win over defending champion Finland, 7-1 over Hungary, 3-2 over Germany, where they scored 2 unanswered in the third period for the win. And then a 4-1 win over Austria, 3-0 over Denmark yesterday. In across, Andrews chipped across, and big save by Cal Peterson on a 2-0. 7-0, Team USA with the lead.
Yes, here we have Zach and the all from France, of course.
Cal Peterson has not been busy, but that's as good a save as you can expect from your goaltender.
And I think we just had a goaltending change, too. I think Peterson just came out, and they're going to get Comesso in a little time to work.
Drew Comesso comes in. He was the backup tonight. Casey DeSmith did not dress, and if you want to take a goaltender out and have him leave with the utmost of confidence, yes. Here it is, folks.
When goaltenders get pulled, it's not usually because you're winning 7-0 and you just made a spectacular save like that, but because of the tournament and, you know, looking forward and getting everybody involved here. Drew Comesso comes in after that spectacular save by Cal Peterson. Usually you're losing 7-0 when you get pulled out, but this was a congratulations and go take some rest.
Drew Comesso, a Chicago pick. Boston University turned pro after 3 years at BU. Good numbers at the World Junior Championship for him. A couple of years at the U.S. Development Program.
Boy, do they crank out players. That U.S. National Development Program is really, truly terrific. Some of the who's who of the National Hockey League over the last several years have come out of that program, and it just continues.
It's done what it was supposed to do.
It's a great way to put it. Perfect.
Chuckagelli trying to get that down low. That's stopped by Perunovic. He'll muscle it out to center ice against the checking of Baudin. Lead pass, Baudon, and a diving play by Perunovic. Or Baudon may have been off to the races. And right back for TJ Tynan. Scores! Connor Garland unloads and finds the top corner.
Connor Garland nearly got smoked just outside the French blue line. Creenon, again, who's been playing nasty, takes a run at Garland, and Garland sidesteps him. Watch right here. Just misses a train wreck. But what it did cause is Creenon now is committed way up in the neutral zone. And Garland made the nice play down into the corner to TJ Tynan, and then Tynan repays the favor. Thanks, buddy. Good job. Nice deke on Creenon. I'll give it back to you, and he makes the perfect shot in the top shelf. But I was watching that develop, Dennis, and I went, watch it, and he just, he danced sideways, Garland did, or he was roadkill from Creenon, who's played angry all night long.
So first of the tournament for Connor Garland. Another assist for TJ Tynan. Last year led the American Hockey League in assists.
And there's really been no open ice hitting to speak of, right, in the entire tournament. But that just shows you, Creenon, I don't know if he's having a bad day or whatever it is, but we've said several times, he has taken some serious runs at players on the U.S. team, and especially once the score got to 4-0. He has not taken kindly to that, and he was hunting on that play, and it's a good thing Garland had his head up.
Win for Germany earlier today over Hungary, so Germany jumps ahead of Denmark in Group A. Denmark back at it tomorrow against Team Sweden. That's the first game here, 4:20 local time start. And then tomorrow night it'll be Austria and Hungary. In a game with all sorts of importance to it. Perbix will carry this in. Perbix banks it off the backboards for Luke Tuck. Luke Tuck protects it against the checking of Hugo Gallet. Down for Brown. Patrick Brown gets wrapped up on the far side. And the puck gets cleared, and all the way down the ice it goes. And an icing call against France.
I like the way the U.S. has conducted themselves, too. I mean, they are controlling this game, and of course on the scoreboard now. The last, I think, at least 3 goals, I don't think they've gone back to the bench and done the fist pumps and everything. They're not rubbing it in. This is business. We'll score the goals. We'll keep ourselves sharp, and we're taking the shots when they are there, but they're not, you know, flying around and being real flagrant about this, and that's a classy way to conduct yourself in a game like this.
Team USA 5 goals against in this, the 6th game of the tournament, and about to go to 6-0. Asamont with the short side try. That got blocked and grabbed off by Bosk. Sweden leads the pack, 2 goals against for Sweden in 5 games played. Checkridge Valley lets the shot go. That's turned aside by the glove hand of Drew Comesso. Dominic Kobelik has his 8th of the tournament.
Wow.
And Czechia is to within 1 with 7 minutes to go over in Riga. O'Connor trying to clear around the outside. All Switzerland needs is a win of any kind to clinch top spot over in Pool B in Riga. This is grabbed and held, and we will step aside. 8-0 Team USA.
there have been at least sections of the game, if not whole games, where you go, that one almost is a backdoor for Adder. Is you go, okay, who is the best line tonight? You know, and it's changing. And that's a great story for the U.S. as well. They've had sometimes the first line, sometimes the third, whichever one you want to call them. We call them that just for the sake of making it easy. But they are getting balanced attack, balanced puck possession. The players are playing to their strengths. That line of Asamon, O'Connor, and Garland plays to their strength, their quickness, their puck possession in the offensive zone. The gunners are shooting like Tuck and Gauthier and Mazur. Everybody's really, and their defense corps has played with a lot of motion offensively and defensively, and that's equally important.
This gets put in behind the net, in from the line, and was Clairot. Didn't get enough on that one-time attempt. Now an icing call with 7:56 to go here in the third period.
And then, of course, Dennis, for all this we're talking, the goaltending, right? You can have your team playing great, and your power play can be great and all that. And if your goaltending's not good, you're going to go home real quick. But the U.S. goaltending has been spectacular as well. And they're getting Comesso a chance to get a feel for it, too, just in case, hopefully nothing happens injury-wise, but he's had a chance to participate, too, and get a feel for the tournament.
I know the team comes first, but with no goals against for Cal Peterson. If it does end up this way, it will be a shared, you know what. Grimaldi plays it deep, comes back at the line. Perunovic, rink wide. Connor Mackey sends it back down low, and Bosch will send it on for Clairot. Clairot on for Bertrand. He'll bank it off the boards and back to the Team USA line. So 3-2 over in Riga. Here comes Brown. Patrick Brown puts on the brakes. Terrific career for his dad, Doug Brown, in the National Hockey League. Back-to-back Stanley Cups with the Red Wings. Wrap-around try by Alex Tuck. That almost went off a skate and in. Tuck after it again. Gets away from Bosch. Spins a backhander to the front off the skate for Perunovic. Perunovic looking for Brown on the doorstep, and he didn't get enough on it. Alex Tuck went down on the far side. The puck cleared out to the USA blue line. Back in, Luke Tuck takes a big hit there from Krenon.
Guess who?
He has been very physical. And as you mentioned, playing with a little burr under his saddle here. This gets taken and shot down the ice by Alex Tuck. Tanner Richard has scored for Switzerland. And 4-2 now over in Riga. And Switzerland with 4 minutes left, trying to hang on to clinch top spot in Group B. Connor Garland on the steal. And the quick shot from the high slot by Tynan. And a sharp angle, and this is into the back of the net. And Cutter Gauthier, if he gets credit for this, was it his or was it Grimaldi?
I thought it was Gauthier's.
It'll be a hat trick for Cutter Gauthier.
They're all over the place, and the French are just so tired of defending here and chasing them all around. Gauthier's, yep. Everybody, all indications are that it's the hat trick, including one hat on the ice. Off the end wall, and he did. He banked it in off the goaltender's back or his side or his arm or whatever. But that's a, wow, that crawled right up his arm. You know things are going bad when that one should have gone right through the crease, and it goes in off the goaltender.
Yeah, Connor Garland did not get a touch on that. So 6 goals now in the tournament. Here's a big hit. Another shot. Papillon makes the save and hangs on to it. So Cutter Gauthier, the 19-year-old, 3 in this game, and the first hat trick here at the 2023 IIHF World Championship. Tynan with 4 points, 1 and 3. Gauthier has an assist to go along with his 3 goals.
Gautier's got to be right up there, 9 or 10 shots again, too, I would think.
Yes.
Yeah.
He missed the net with 3 or 4 in the second period. One ticked off the crossbar. There's one off the goalpost by Carter Mazur.
Right at the joint of the crossbar and the goalpost. Big collision in the net there.
Penalty is coming up, and maybe to Bjork.
It is open till 1 a.m. tonight. Be there or be cleared.
Anders Bjork goes for goalie interference, and France to the power play for the 3rd time in this game. And Claro out to take the face-off against O'Connor. Face-off win, and this gets cleared all the way down the ice. Chakich Valley drops it back into his own zone. Tim Bozon to the line. Bozon dumps it in, goes in after it. Clevin is first on the puck, plays it up the boards. Chakich Valley jumps on it, sends it all the way around to the far side for Reck. Reck will get it in behind the net, and it's on to the stick of Bozon from Claro. Claro back in behind his own net. On for Reck, Anthony Reck. Up top for Chakich Valley, but he had moved to the wall, and the puck all the way down the ice, and Papillon will come up and play it up for Tim Bozon. And this gets cleared all the way down the ice by Nick Perbix. So Switzerland clinching top spot in Group B, a 4-2 final over in Riga. So Czech and Canada will play on Tuesday, with a winner there claiming 2nd place in Group B. So Switzerland over Czechia tonight. And 4th will be Slovakia or Latvia, with Slovakia having the inside track, as Latvia will need some big-time help for that to happen. And this will get cleared down the ice. On this side, Sweden, USA. Finland has climbed into 3rd, and Germany has climbed into 4th. And barring a major upset, those are the 4 teams that will make the quarterfinals from this side.
That Swiss team was rolling right along, and then they got a couple of big-time reinforcements from the NHL. And from the sounds of things, yeah, they are really rolling along there on that other side.
Alex Tuck breaks this up in the neutral zone. Gwaby goes back for it, pitches it for Creenon, and back for Gwaby. Tied up in behind his own net. Alex Tuck in on the forecheck. He'll send us back at the line. Power play over. Thrun with the shot. And Papillon out to put that off the paddle of his goal stick and up and out of play.
You got to give Papillon some credit here. He is still battling. You know, 9 goals have gone in, and he's just been under siege. It's 41 shots now, according to the shot clock on the big screen here in the arena. And he came out and challenged about 2 feet above the paint on that one. He is keeping his head in this game, and he's gonna challenge every shooter for the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
They do not like the way that puck was dropped. They will do the honors all over again. Switzerland finished on top of its group last year at 6-1. Germany was 2nd. Canada was 3rd. followed by Slovakia. Denmark was tied with Slovakia, but Slovakia got the tiebreaker. And over in Group B, it was Finland, Sweden, Czechia, and then USA. Those were the 8 teams that qualified. Of course, Finland winning last year. 2021 Canada, it was the first country to lose 3 games to start the tournament and then come back and win the gold medal. Andrew Mangiapane arrived on the scene, and away they went from there. Tournament MVP was Mangiapane. Remarkable finish there by Canada. Coronado walks it in, and that's poked off his stick. Back at the line for Connor Mackey. He'll go cross ice. Back in front looking for Grimaldi. To the blue line. Mackey will play it down low. Taken by Mazur. So a hat trick in this game for Cutter Gauthier. Long shot from the line by Mackey. That is grabbed and held. 2 in the game for O'Connor.
Another good steady game for Connor Mackey. You know, when you're in a game like this and guys like Gauthier have a hat trick and the forwards are making all the plays and scoring all the goals for the most part, Connor Mackey continues to just be that, you know, that steady guy. Perbix is like that too. Those guys are important. They maintain the balance, and they'll be big as the games get tougher and they move on after tonight.
Tucked back to the line. Thrun tried to get that deep. Cleared down the left side by Tim Bozon. And another icing call will bring the faceoff all the way back to shots 43-13 favoring Team USA. Fans hanging in there though.
Yep. They've used 7D, the US have. And they spot a guy in, but Sandberg and Perbix play together most of the time. Thrun and Mackey together most of the time, and Klevin and Perunovic. And then Adard has been that extra guy in this game here tonight. So they've got pairs, but they do mix and match in there as needed. And certainly penalties would come into play on both sides in that department. But there's good chemistry on the back end, not just up front with the forwards. And he's tweaked the forward lines a little bit and given it a little bit of different flavor at times. And that's important too, because things go sideways sometimes and you go, oh geez, well, I played with the same line the entire, you know, tournament, and now all of a sudden I'm on a different line. Yeah, you can't think like that. Sometimes coaches have to, when things are going good like this, force you into a different frame of mind.
Tied up in the corner, Alex Tuck in his 2nd game of the tournament, trying to work that free. Thrun holds it in, back for Alex Tuck. He'll let the shot go, save made. Back to the front, Luke Tuck in looking for a loose puck. And Luke Tuck does have his first World Championship goal. Sent to the boards, and now into the final minute of this one. 3-0 after 1, and Team USA just kept it rolling after that. It was the highest offensive explosion of this tournament on this side.
And it's almost reluctant shooting now. I mean, they're moving the puck around and they've taken some shots, but they certainly have really backed off here and only making selective plays and shots.
And across for Anders Bjork. Bjork turns to the backhand. He'll dish it off. Connor Mackey will play it back in behind the net for TJ Tynan. Tynan gets tied up. Bjork is after it. Anders Bjork tight turns, trying to lose the checking of Guebe. Back into the slot it comes. A bit of a misfire there for Farrell. Back at the line, Mackey ripped one wide off the backboards. And at the horn, I don't know whether this will count or not. Sean Farrell, as time has run out, but that may have crossed the goal line. And I don't know if they're going to review this or not bother.
Just eyesight, it looked like it was in time to me, but what it's worth, it won't matter. It would be the 10th goal. Let's take a look, see where the clock is at here.
We'll slow it down. And wow.
No goal. No goal.
The play is being viewed. Tilannetta tarkistetaan videolta.
So Cutter Gauthier with the second hat trick of the World Championship. First on this side, Dominic Kubalik had one over in Riga. So they're going to take a look at this from the replay we saw. And this replay might take a while because it really is difficult to tell. From this angle, it looks as though the clock hits 0 before it goes across the goal line.
I went by the sound of the horn. I could see the puck go in over the line. I went by the sound of the horn, but that's not the best indication.
Here comes the decision.
At video review, call on the ice is over 10. We have no goal.
So this one will end 9-0. Team USA does not get to double digits. We'll have the player of the game presentations. And then for the 6th time in 6 games, Team USA will hear the U.S. national anthem as Cal Peterson and Drew Comesso combined for a 13-save shutout. Second shutout for Team USA. And they win this one by a score of 9-0. It'll be an off day for both these teams tomorrow. Sweden will take on Team USA for the final game. That'll be the next up for Team USA. That is Tuesday, the 4:20 local time start. And for France, Germany on Tuesday, that will be the 12:20 local time start here in Tampere. But Team USA, the complete package. So a shutout against Denmark, and now a shutout against France. The last team to get a goal against Team USA was Austria in that 4-1 Team USA win. So a well-earned day off.
Very impressive the way they played. Not just the score, the way they play and the way they conduct themselves too when they knew they had the game in hand. I give them a lot of marks for that. Been around a lot of games that have been runaways and teams don't conduct themselves well and really rub it in, and this was not the case. The U.S. has a lot to be proud of there in a lot of respects.
Sweden and Denmark will play tomorrow morning, or tomorrow at 4:20. So Tim Bozan is the player of the game for France. Or Kevin Bozan, sorry. So Sweden, Denmark, 4:20, and then tomorrow night, the game between Austria. So Cutter Gauthier, the player of the game. Austria and Hungary tomorrow night. We'll wrap up the Monday.
Second consecutive game, isn't it, for Gauthier? I think player of the game.
When you fire the puck as much as he does and have the success with that shot, as he gets a hat trick in this game tonight, you get player of the game honors. And it has been a terrific tournament for the 19-year-old. Team USA wins it 9-0. And time now for the U.S. national anthem. In Riga tomorrow, Canada and Norway, Kazakhstan and Slovenia. Here in Tampere tomorrow, Denmark and Sweden, Austria and Hungary. Team USA wins it 9-0. Good night from Tampere.
Tsekki Sveitsi 2-4. The 2023 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship tournament will continue tomorrow here in Nokia Arena at 4:20 p.m. with game Team Denmark against Team Sweden. Welcome. Vuoden 2023 IIHF jääkiekon MM-kisat jatkuvat täällä Nokia Areenalla ja huomenna kello 16:20 ottelulla Tanska, Ruotsi. Tervetuloa!
Some days it can be difficult to get through to each other at work.
Kevin, no doubt a tough loss. What was the biggest challenge USA presented today?
I think the key for us was to have a good start, but it didn't happen. So 1-0, 2-0, 3-0 after the first period. So we tried to keep calm in the locker room and to come back harder, but it didn't work.
You have a day off tomorrow before your final game of the preliminary round against Germany. What are you doing to rest and regroup?
Well, like you said, we have one more game, and for sure it's going to be pretty good if we can finish this tournament with a win. So tomorrow is going to be important to rest. So I think no practice, just some recovery at the hotel.
You play on this team alongside your brother. You're coached by your father. What has it been like enjoying this experience together at Tampere, Finland, with your family?
Ouais, c'est sûr, c'est sympathique. Je pense que c'est pas quelque chose qui arrive souvent, mais avoir son père comme entraîneur, comme je dis, c'est pas évident, mais lui, il nous prend comme si on était des joueurs normaux. Et puis moi j'ai mon frère avec qui je partage tout, on partage la chambre, dans le vestiaire on est aussi à côté, donc on partage tout ensemble, donc c'est sûr de vivre ça en famille, c'est particulier et c'est sympa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
TJ, a goal and 3 assists from you tonight, all part of an offensive outburst where USA registered 9 goals. What was clicking so well this evening?
Yeah, I think we were just on it from the start. I mean, obviously, we got a lot of talented guys, and they were going in today, so I was proud of our group for sure.
You had the assist for Cutter Gautier's 3rd goal of the game, a nice hat trick from him. He's only 19 years old. What's impressed you the most about his game?
I think everything. I mean, you get on the ice with him for like 10 seconds, and you know how, like, incredible he is, right? So, I mean, I'm just trying to get him the puck in those situations where he can let that shot off. Obviously, he's an incredible player, so sky's the limit for him.
We talk about great offense, but it doesn't matter if you don't have good goaltending. That's exactly what USA has. What's impressed you the most about Cal Peterson and the confidence he gives your team ahead of him?
Oh, yeah, I mean, absolutely. We know if we make a mistake, those guys have our back. Cal was obviously incredible today, so anytime you see him kicking like that, you're obviously happy for him, but it's no surprise to me. I've seen it before, so yeah, like you said, we have some incredible goaltending, and they saved us a couple times for sure.
All right, thanks, TJ. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, thanks.
there.
Hey, boys.
Oh, hey.
Other case, yeah, Doc. How about that?
Whoa.
Nice, man. There you go, Drew.
Great game, Scott. Nice, guys. Nice shot. Boy, I'll see.
The 2023 IIHF app. Featuring all statistics of your favorite players, your favorite teams, and real-time game updates at your fingertips. Find the Showverse in the IIHF app, explore the action, and dive into a new digital world. Play and win amazing prizes. Available on all smart devices. In multiple languages. The 2023 IIHF app, powered by Skoda. Download it now from the Apple App Store and Google Play.
You have to make them happen. Pay instantly for those early bird tickets and make front row happen. Sharing your costs? Send money to your friends and seconds and make that surprise happen. Pay super fast for that super special gift and make super happy kid happen. Open a current account today and handle your payments quickly with ease. Raiffeisen Bank, make it happen.
To achieve great goals, every step counts. We have continuously taken steps to develop Scandic into Pioneer, working for a better and more sustainable tomorrow. Our mission is to lead sustainability action by offering a world-class Nordic hotel experience by focusing on three core parts of our business: being the most inclusive company for the many people, leading the way to better food and beverage.
play is being reviewed. Tilannetta tarkistetaan videolta. Ladies and gentlemen, final score tonight, Team USA 9, Team France 0.